Alright, welcome back to Poogers. So, first of all, this map name is not for the faint of heart, and second of all, I don't really want to treat this as much of a hey, I beat this map type of video. I want to treat this video as sort of a tutorial that I'll get into after the demo. So, but this beginning room, Pistols and Lost Souls, do a west glide, and then you gotta do another west glide here, and I failed to get stuck a few times. I'll get into the specifics of how to glide later in this map. Well, actually after the demo. Also, I'm gonna get copyright claimed again for this video, 100%, so I apologize for the ads. 80 damage! Pretty poog, if you ask me. But yeah, you get just enough shells to kill each rev in 2 shots, and then enough to kill the Baron Doorman. There was actually, if you're lucky enough, you can actually kill the Baron in 5 shots. I was lucky enough in this demo, as you can see, 10 shells, that's enough for 5 shots, because I accidentally wasted a shot killing those revs. But yeah, ammo pretty tight in this area, and you gotta do another west glide out. Or if you want to be a Giga Chad, you could do an east glide out, but no. Another west glide here. And now we got a south glide. Sorry for coughing. South glides are, again, I'll get into the specifics later on, but they're a little more precise than west glides. With west glides and west and south glides, you can get stuck into a certain position. I want to explain. Okay, first of all, I want to explain what a glide is. It's basically a 32 unit wide gap, and that is the exact width of Doom Guy. So it is very precise. It involves sub-pixels and all that stuff that you probably don't care about. But I want to, in this video after the demo, I want to teach you guys how to glide in basically all directions, since it's actually direction specific. For a south glide, we're gonna have another one here in a minute. For these Barons, one of the Hell Knights actually managed to go back in that hallway. Sometimes, if he just comes forward, you have to just use 3 shots on him, but make sure he doesn't die, because you want him to open up that door. You cannot open up that door yourself. The Hell Knight has to. And as you could see from the other one, I stood underneath it, so it could just open up again. There's 2 shell boxes, one in each hallway, that are pretty necessary for the final fight, since it's pretty tight on ammo. And yeah, here we have another south glide. South glides are a little more precise. You don't get stuck as easily with south glides. I like to turn off auto run, because that makes it a lot more consistent to get stuck. Then just some lost souls to drain your ammo. And then we got some weirder west glides. I don't really have a setup like with the other glides. I look at the pixels on the left and right side of my screen to know if I'm in the right position. With these, I don't really do it, but they're both west glides. West glides are super easy, so I just wait until I get stuck, and then, of course, vertical mouse. What really matters is the rockets. I can save the megas. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, I'm sorry. If I do, I'll probably mute the audio. And it takes me a while to get into the right spot. With west glides, it is actually possible to skip the point where you get stuck. with south glides that happens a lot more with auto run on. Another thing I want to point out, I use my strafe modifier a bunch. Again, I'll get into that after the demo, but it allows for much more... Oh yeah, and I just insta-glided there. Didn't need vertical mouse at all. But the straight, and then big group of revs, maximize that splash damage because your rockets will not kill them all. You'll have to use the 2 shell boxes you got in the previous room. But yeah, the strafe modifier allows for more precise horizontal movement. And for some reason, I don't know if I just didn't kill enough revs or what, but they were determined to just create walls and block me in this arena. Like right here, had to turn around because they were on the walls. I don't know. Typically you just centralize them, but this time they just refused to. So the demo did actually come out a little bit ugly, but that's whatever. I don't care. Just wanted an exit, just wanted to be done. Yeah, those shell boxes coming in handy. Now you got one more south glide here. The map name mentions east glides, but actually there is no east glide in this map. Oh yeah, and if I don't get stuck on my first time, I back up and re-hit the wall. Don't know if that you really need to do that, but I found it to be more consistent to get stuck, like, more, I don't know the right word, consecutively. And now we got a north glide. North glides are a lot more tricky. You can't get stuck in the right position. You have to find the right position yourself. And don't worry, I will show you some tips and tricks. I will show you how to do it both in casual play and in demos. With casual play, you can actually use some they're technically considered cheats for demos at least, but I don't know. Never mind. You'll see after the demo. And this takes me a while, so basically right now I'm in the right spot. I'm just very, very, very slowly moving my mouse with vertical mouse to get very, very precise forward movements. Oh, and another thing, this is my first demo I've ever recorded with carry fractional ticks off. So, and that makes I'll get into that after the demo, but it makes combat feel a lot more awkward for me. So let's just not blame skill issue, and let's blame that for the fact that this demo came out poorly. And that looks like an east glide, but it's not. And then ignore this. And that's the map. So this map was made by General Roastrock. I hate the map name. It's so anti-YouTube friendly. Why did you have to do that, Roastrock? But yeah, enough talking about the demo. Let's go into the tutorial on how to glide, shall we? Alright, live commentary time. So, first of all, hand reveal. Here's my hand. Say hi. Hi. Also my mouse. And my microphone arm is going to be shown a little in the webcam. I can't do anything about that. I apologize. But yeah, I really want to show off my mouse movements when I glide because that's pretty much necessity. I need to show off. So first things first, you want to go into general, go into mouse settings. I'm using dsdadoom 0.24.3. and you want to go to carry fractional ticks and turn that off. I mean, it's not a necessity, but it really helps. I'll show off what it looks like with it on. So as you can see, when I slowly move my mouse with short ticks on, I move just a little bit. You can see my mouse moving. And with it off, I'm going to slightly move my mouse. You get... It's a lot harder to move your mouse. Move the... I don't know how to describe it, but it basically makes it so, like, when you're using vertical mouse, you don't turn left, turn right nearly as much as if you had it off. So it really helps for glides. And speaking of vertical mouse, set up keybinds all the way to dsdadoom keys. No, wait, no, I'm stupid. It's literally on the first page. Toggles, you want to set your vertical mouse, you want to have a keybind for vertical mouse. Vertical mouse basically makes it so when you move your mouse up and down, you move forward and backwards. I will also show off my sensitivity. Of course, this applies to your, like, I don't know. Just set it to whatever you're comfortable with. Here's mine. I have my mouse at 700 DPI, 35 horizontal mouse movement. I have 2 vertical. I usually have it at 10. I apologize. And mouse look you can just ignore. But yeah, those are the two. Those are the main stuff. Now let's actually get to the glides portion, shall we? So, oh, I have textured auto map on. Give me a minute. Set up auto map. I apologize for that. So, first things first, you can look at the auto map for this. You want your position to be as straight as possible. So no like diagonals, nothing like that. You want to be, like for west, you want to be looking straight west, south straight south, and north straight north, and east straight east. So, also I do want to point out, I haven't seen any tutorials on how to glide yet. Yeah, like on the entirety of YouTube. So, yeah, this is gonna be the first. Hopefully this helps you if you're looking into like speedrunning tricks and stuff. So, I mentioned in the demo that I look at the left and right sides of my screen. With west glides, you basically just have to hold W until you get stuck. As you can see, I'm still holding W, and I'm not moving in my position anymore. I use 16:9 aspect ratio, and how do I describe this? 16:9 aspect ratio, and what I look for is basically on the left side of my screen and the right side of my screen. It's basically 5.5 pixels into the wall. That's just I mentioned earlier that with your mouse strafe modifier, you can get more precise movement. So I like get 5 pixels over, then I hold W, and just like that, I'm stuck. And then once you are stuck, turn on vertical mouse, move your mouse slightly forward, and you should just glide right through. And this, to prove that this is actually a glide, you saw it before though. Let's just, well actually I already proved it because I got stuck. So let's do it again for reference. I am stuck, 5.5 pixels on each side, 16:9. Slowly move the mouse forward. Sometimes it fails, sometimes you have to move it a little more forward. If you do fail, just back up, slam into the wall again, realign yourself, get yourself stuck again, and right through. So now let's go for a more south and north glide. North, I'm gonna have to probably cheat for, so let's get ourselves in the right position. See, it's really awkward with carry fractional text because you gotta move your mouse a lot more, and sometimes you go a little more than you really want to. So for this, for south glides, since as you can see, oh, I actually got stuck. Wow. Okay, let's if you have auto run on and you're going too fast, sometimes when you're running into the wall, please stop getting stuck. You're showing off I'm embarrassing myself here. Sometimes you run past the point where you get yourself. Take my word for it, please. Sometimes you run past the point where you get yourself stuck. Apparently not. I don't know. If it happens to you, this is so bad. If it does happen to you, you can turn off auto run. You'll move half as slow, and you'll get stuck more often. Or at least that's what happens with my experience. So we are stuck. Again, turn on vertical mouse. And right through. Sometimes you have to move the mouse a little more than that. Sometimes a little less. But yeah. And now we have a north glide. So with this, let's align ourselves in the right spot. Right about here. And we'll get stuck, right? Wrong. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks. The first one applies to all glides. We are going to switch our aspect ratio from from 16:9 to 4:3. We're going to go to old David mode, and I'm sorry. We are going to actually, let's do it with a south glide first so I can actually show it off. With 4:3, it's a lot easier, but I'm just not used to it, so I use 16:9. You should get stuck right here. Basically, the edges of the walls will align with the right and left side of your screen, unless you have an abnormal monitor. I don't know, but please. That's basically the point where you get stuck, and it's a lot. See? I didn't get stuck. See? Turn off auto run. And I will get stuck, I bet. This is a bad tutorial, I'm sorry. See? Got stuck without auto run. And then vertical mouse, right through. So, for north glides, you don't get stuck in the right position. So, what do? Basically, what I do is I align myself in the near the 4:3 really helps with this, by the way. Basically, where you normally would, but a little right of that, and then you vertical mouse and slowly move your mouse forward. You need, I think, this might be for east glides, but MF1 and MF2 movements will only get you through. And of course, it's no stuck, so yeah. But some helpful cheats that will help out. When demo recording, you are not allowed to use this, but in casual play, if you're not recording demos, you can turn on coordinate display and command display. So command display basically makes it so you can see MF50 and B50. That basically means move forward 50, move backward 50, and with vertical mouse, you're getting MF1, MF2 inputs. Because my vertical mouse movement is so high, I'm sometimes getting 4 or 3, but that doesn't matter. And I think... oh, never mind. I thought I was in the right spot. But what I like to do with this... so, for this glide specifically, you want your X coordinate to be... another thing you could do, actually, we're going to turn on... I'm in the wrong area. Auto map again. You could turn on textured auto map. This somewhat helps, but you have to be literally in the exact center, like subpixel and everything of the gap, and you can align it with the pixels on the textured auto map. So I do that sometimes for demos. I'm pretty sure that is allowed, And I'm pretty sure 4:3 aspect ratio is allowed for demos, or maybe even changing aspect ratio, but don't take my word for that. I'm going to set textured automap back to 0, but with coordinate display and command display, you can align yourself, and you have to be at the exact 0 position, and this applies to all glides, but with north glides, you have to be in the exact 0 position without getting stuck. So what we want is 816.00000, and this is why you want MF1 and MF2 ticks because inputs, because it's really, really slow movement, as you can see. And once you reach it, I missed it. Wow. You can also get closer to it by just running into the wall a little. I ran past it again, and I'm now in the wrong. Like that. Once it hits 0.0000, you go through. So that's a north glide. With demo recording, you can't use these things. So you have to align yourself to the wall as best you can. If you're using 4:3, get to the edges of the wall, and then just slowly, maybe I can get it again, who knows. Slowly move your mouse forward. It may take a while. I highly recommend. Some people just get north and east glides, since east glides are even more precise. North glides and east glides, of course, are no stuck, so you don't get stuck. You have to be at the exact 0 position, and I've said this a million times already, but yeah, they're a lot more precise. There are some demos where speedrunners get the north and east glides pretty much instantly, and I'm just amazed. And of course, never mind. I was gonna show off guided glides. Actually, we can. So, with this area right here, let's no clip into it. So, this right here is a guided south glide. So what you can do here, I'll switch back my aspect ratio back so it doesn't throw off people. So what you can do here is, it's much easier than unguided glides. You basically have this wall here to help you out. You get as close as you can, and then with south, move your mouse to the right, holding the strafe divisor. Mine is right click, as you can see. And then slowly move your mouse forward. Sometimes if you mess it up, you might have to hold W and D again. Move forward and right. But eventually you should just go through. Hopefully, please. I'll turn on auto map again. Overlay. I am embarrassing myself. You can actually move your mouse a little bit faster than that. See? Just like that. So, yeah, that's a guided glide, and that applies to all directions. You cannot, I don't think it's possible to do a guided glide with moving your mouse left, because when you do move your mouse left, let's get into this position, and let's turn on coordinates display. Look at the X position. Actually, no, the Y position. See how it's slowly going down? Say you are hugging a wall here. If you're moving left, you want to be as close to the wall as you can. So with right, now you're supposed to be looking at the X position. With stuff like this, now we're at the point 00000. Exactly 1504. But if you move left, you actually move away from the wall a little. So you do not want that. When I say you're looking exactly straight, you actually aren't looking directly straight. you are looking ever so slightly to the left. With right, this doesn't apply because, of course, you can't move forward into the wall anymore once you're at this 0, 0, 0, 0, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah. Last thing I want to point out before I wrap up the video, I do hope this helped out with understanding, although I'm really bad at teaching, I'm really bad at explaining, but I do hope this kind of helped out a little, at least. There is no tutorial on glides yet, so I don't know, never mind. But one last thing I do want to point out, let's restart the map, and let's punch a lost soul. Let's actually punch one twice. Actually, let's not punch it twice, let's just punch it once. From a different angle, actually, from a diagonal angle, and then let's just kill everything. So, let's go back to the west glide here. So, take a look at my angle. I am not directly straight. So, punching messes up your angle. You cannot get directly straight. And it just, damn fractional ticks. You can't glide like this. See how I'm pretty much directly straight, but I'm still moving really far to the left. Yeah, no, I can't glide anymore now that I've punched. Okay. Let's just get away from that sound. If you do punch though, that it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to show it off again, but you can take a teleporter, which fixes your angle. It makes you go in the right position again. But, so yeah, that's the final thing I want to say. I've been rambling way too much about glides. I hope this helped you at least a little bit. I'm really sorry. I'm not the greatest teacher. I'm really bad at explaining stuff, but I do hope this at least cleared things up a little. If you don't know how to glide, I hope this now. I hope you know. I don't know. Never mind. I suck at teaching. Oh, I missed the trigger. We're just gonna chill down here now. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and have a good one.